Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis. Welcome back to Coffee, Computers, and More. And about a year ago, I did a pretty popular video on the kind of initial overview of the Panera Sip Club. What is it? How can you save money on it? How does it work? Well, I got a lot of great feedback over the last 11 months on that video, and I recently got a notice from Panera telling me how much I've saved over the last 11 months on the Sip Club membership. And ironically enough, they're giving me an option to re-opt for another year on the Panera Sip Club for only $99. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about this. What is a Panera? What is a Panera bread? It's kind of like a Starbucks. It is a coffee shop, sort of, but it's also a bakery. They've got pastries, they've got sandwiches and soups and salads, etc., and then a bunch of different beverages that you can get. Well, for $11.99 a month before tax, you're allowed to go to Panera every 2 hours and get either a hot coffee, an iced coffee, hot tea, cold tea, a selection of different sodas, pops, okay, caffeinated and uncaffeinated lemonades, and I'm probably forgetting something else. But then for the coffee, they've got 4 different varieties, one of which is a decaf, a light roast, a dark roast, a hazelnut, and then the decaf. And I gotta tell you guys, I absolutely love it. It helps that it's right next to where I work, so I go there in the morning and I also go there after school, just about every day of the week. Sometimes I skip on the weekends and I go hit other coffee shops. So the interesting thing about the Panera Sip Club is that, at roughly, anywhere between $3 and $4 a beverage, within 3 to 4 visits, you've already broken even on the membership cost and you're saving money at that point. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys, I'll be showing you a screenshot of the email that I got from Panera talking about how many times I've visited Panera to get a cup of coffee or a lemonade over the last 11 months. And then we're gonna calculate and see approximately how much we saved. Now, I didn't get supercharged lemonade every time or iced tea every time. I typically just get the coffee, and the coffee is $2.89. So we're just gonna use that as a metric for measurement. Now, how much do you really save on it? Well, a couple cool things about it. About every 8 visits, you do get some sort of a discount, either a free cookie or $2 off a sandwich or a half-price pastry. They do offer that about every 8 times that you go. They also give you a few different special offers for mugs and stuff like that, things I'm not really interested in, but the coupons are really nice to get too. Now, the bad thing about it is while you're sitting there, programming ahead of time what coffee you want to pick up or what iced tea you want to pick up on the app, you got those breakfast sandwiches calling out to you and their pastries. So you don't exactly save money if you get breakfast every single time you go there. In fact, it can get pretty expensive when their breakfast sandwiches are pushing, $7 or $8 a piece. So I don't get those that often, but I'm still saving money nonetheless. And the more times you go, obviously the more money you're going to save. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I did get an option to re-opt for $99 for an entire year. I believe that you pay for that completely upfront. Now, if you've only got one Panera Bread in town and they'd happen to close, I don't know if you could ever get a refund on what you prepaid on. Probably not, because you could use it at other Panera Breads. But if you don't have one nearby, obviously you can't take advantage of it. Here in Nebraska, we've actually had a couple close up, even though the one here in Lincoln, Nebraska that I go to is packed all the time. They do stay very busy. But at $99 a year, it comes out to roughly $8.25 a month, which would save me about $3 to $4 per month. So if they give you an option to buy upfront for $99 for the year, and you're a Panera fan, you're gonna go there, do it. Take advantage of it, because you're gonna save 40 or 50 bucks right off the top if you do so. Now remember, like I said before, the more times you go, the more times you're gonna save. If you don't use it, you're obviously not gonna be saving any money. And it is just one account per person. So if you've got a kid, in theory, they're not supposed to be using your account to get the beverages. It's just supposed to be you only. But then again, you do you. So while I wanted to wait for an entire year to do this video, once I got this notification, I just absolutely had to share this with you. So this is a screenshot that I took, and I'll show you guys a picture of this in just a moment. It says that I've enjoyed 382 cups with your subscription over the last 11 months. We're not even a year in. I'm probably gonna be at around 400 when it's all said and done. But let's just do some calculating real quick. Let's go ahead and take the total cost of those beverages that I drank times the cup of coffee cost, which is $2.89. And then we're gonna subtract what I've spent for the Sip Club membership over the last 9 months, because my first 2 months were actually free, and I'm going to tell you what I saved. They used to do a free 60 days. I don't know if they do that anymore. They might be doing that for new subscribers, but if you get a free 2 months, you might as well take advantage of it, because you can always cancel if you don't want it anyway. So 382 on the calculator times $2.89 is going to come out to $1,103 is approximately the total amount that I've spent in beverages going into Panera, or how much it costs Panera, sorta, for the beverages. I can't imagine it costs them more than maybe 25 cents or 50 cents for them to prepare and me take a cup of coffee when I leave. Now, I do take my own refillable mug in there. In fact, they encourage you to do that, which is really cool. So not only do you not have to wait for cups if they're ever out, but you're able to just fill up right away if you want to. So using the $1,103 savings, okay, let's go ahead and subtract what I've spent over the last, 9 months of membership fees. So we're gonna go and take $14 times 9 months, and that's $126. We'll go ahead and subtract that from the overall savings, and I'll let you know what I saved overall. Okay, so I just calculated 14 bucks a month, which is roughly what I'm paying per month with tax, and that's, not getting any kind of special discount price over the course of 9 months because I got 2 months free, and I've saved a total of $977.98. Now the big question is, would I really have gone there if I didn't have a Sip Club membership? Probably not every single time, but I do hit that place before I go to work every day, and I do hit it on the way home because it's right next door. So obviously I do take advantage of it. So $977, and if I only paid $100 up front, which I had an option to do when I first signed up, I would have saved even more. So in the end, I think it's definitely one of those things that you can save some money on. Now, a couple things I do like about it is you can order your beverage ahead of time, and if it's a Sip Club beverage, you just pay for it on your phone, or you set it up and do the order with your phone using the app, and then you can just go in and grab a cup and go fill up and walk right out. You don't even have to go up to the counter. Now, the location that I go to is right next to a school, and they do actually pull the cups and glasses because they've had problems with theft where kids would walk in, grab a glass, fill it up, and walk right out, or kids would be using false accounts or using somebody else's account to get the beverages. And at $4 a beverage, Panera's not gonna let that fly. So for a couple hours every day, our cups are actually pulled in the Panera that I go to, except for the reusable mugs, and I have to go up to the counter to ask for one. But again, that's why you want to use your own refillable mug, because you'll be able to just get your beverage and get going right away. So again, like I said, guys, beverage subscription, it seems kind of crazy, but I've been really happy with it. Panera's probably not making a whole lot of money off me, although I have had my share of breakfast sandwiches over the last 11 months. Hate to admit it, and those darn scones that get me every single time. So this is Travis P11. I want you guys to do me a favor. Why don't you go and chime in down below and let me know what your experiences have been like with the Panera Sip Club. Is this something you're going to keep doing? Do you get any really good offers? Like I said, about every 8 visits, I get some sort of a coupon. Let us know how it works for you guys. What's it like in your neck of the woods? I know that the service can vary depending on where you go, but overall, here in Lincoln, Nebraska, the shop I go to, the people are friendly. It's open at 6 a.m. They got free Wi-Fi. They got great seating. I'm really happy with it. So anyway, guys, this is Travis. Thanks for watching Coffee, Computers, and More. And this is my basic take on the Panera Sip Club. Is it something that you should do? Is it something you can save some money on? I certainly did. So I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. Get out there and drink lots of coffee. And as you know, we'll talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys, and have a good one. Bye-bye.